Hello, everybody. I'll mute myself over here. It's Debbie with Taylor by Debbie, and I can already see this angle is probably not going to be the best, but I'm trying StreamYard with my phone up and down to see if y'all can see the comments and my screen, but I'm not sure you're going to be able to. This is an impromptu live, so I'm not sure if anybody's going to get on. If you're catching me live, you're going to see the red live up here in the corner. If not, then you're catching the replay. And if you're catching the replay, please type in hashtag replay so I'll know you were here. Hello, Lavon. How are you, sister? Lavon is watching me over on Facebook. Hello. Hey, Jonna. Hello, hello. Y'all, I'm trying StreamYard with my phone up and down, but I see what it's doing. It's cutting it out on the edges. I'm trying to figure out how to be able to go live on both platforms at the same time where y'all can see me. Hello, guys. How are y'all doing? Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to make an adorable scarecrow wreath that is really easy to do. So I know y'all are going to want to stick around and see how simple this is. All right, y'all. I've got a 10-inch wood round, and I want to say I got this at Hobby Lobby, but they also sell wood rounds at Dollar Tree, too, if you're able to find them there. And what I've done is I've taken one of these 14-inch scarecrow frames, or not scarecrow frames, wire wreath frames. I got the gold one, but you can get green. It doesn't matter what color. All right. So we're going to be using one of these and a 10-inch wood round. We're going to be using some pipe cleaners. We're also going to be using a roll of burlap, and I bought this one at Michael's, but they sell them at Walmart, just the natural burlap rolls. Okay, so we're going to be getting one of those and some ribbon and some raffia. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What I did was I laid my wreath frame out on my table, laid my wood round down, and I marked about 1/4 of an inch in where the crossbars are on the top and the bottom. And I'm going to take my drill, and we're going to drill holes so we can attach. Thank you so much, Lavon. You're so sweet, honey. We're going to attach the wood round to this by drilling some holes in it. So let me go ahead, put this wood round on the edge of the table, and I'm just going to go where I've drawn those little dots. Okay, and I'm going to drill a hole. And it's not a real thick wood round, so it's not too hard to do. And these little holes are not going to show, okay? They're not, I don't think they're going to show, so it really doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go ahead and drill another one. I'm going to go ahead and drill them in all 4 corners. Just tapping off the sawdust into my trash over here. Okay, one more. All right, so we got 4 holes drilled now. Thank y'all so much for being here. If y'all would sprinkle us out so we can get some more folks in here watching. And if you're here, guys, say hello in the comments so that I'll know you're here and I can thank you for coming in. All right, so we've drilled the holes. Now I'm going to take a sander. See, where did I put it? It's probably over here. Yeah, right here. My little detail sander. And I'm just going to sand right there where we drilled those holes. Hey, Cindy, how are you, honey? Thank you so much for joining me today. Trying a different angle with the StreamYard because some folks didn't like it when I had it this way. But now, y'all, hey, Denise, now I feel like I'm just a little tiny bloop. Hey, Victoria, over on YouTube. How are you, honey? So I'm not sure, guys. I'm still learning how to work StreamYard in the dual platforms. So I'm going to have to keep working at that. Y'all tell me if you can see the comments and me, though, with the screen like this on your phone. Are you able to see both with it this way? Okay, so I just sanded that off a little bit. And I bought this paint on Amazon a long time ago. It's just a flesh tint paint. So we're going to paint this because this is going to be our Scarecrow's face. Hey, Madonna, thank you so much for being here. Hello, hello. You're catching me live on YouTube and on Facebook, y'all. I've got Victoria over on YouTube, and there's Aunt Judy. Hello. The screen is small. Okay, sister. Which way do you like it better, y'all? Do you like it better with the screen long ways, not being able to see the comments, or do you like it like this when I do a dual live on both platforms? Y'all tell me in the comments which way you think you prefer when I do both platforms at one time. And I may decide this might not work, y'all, and I may need to go live separately on each one. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure all that out. I go live a lot on Facebook. Hey, Michael, how are you? You like the big screen better, Levon, and not being able to see the comments? All right, sister. Y'all tell me. I can play around with it some more and maybe do a split screen of me too, kind of like Michael does. If you've ever watched Michael's instructional crafts, he does a split screen where he has a close-up of what he's doing and then a far away shot too. So that might be the best way to do it, y'all. Still trying to figure out StreamYard and YouTube and Facebook. All right, let's dry this up real quick. And we're going to try to draw on a Scarecrow face, guys. This will probably be the hardest part of this project for me, making eyeballs. I'm not good at drawing eyeballs, y'all, at all. I'm not good at doing eyeballs. But I'm going to try. They might be a little bit juvenile for some of you people who know how to paint real well. And I want to get a pencil. Oh, I got it right here. I'm going to draw them on first. You multi-stream on StreamYard every time, Michael? Do you do stream to YouTube and Facebook, buddy? And you do it with the screen turned the other way, right? I don't know if I turn it while I'm live, if it would rotate or not. I know Doodles said she didn't like not being able to see the comments because she's my admin, and she a lot of times gets on my lives and makes sure we don't have any trolls over here, you know. And she said it's hard for her to do it when she can't see the comments. So I thought I'd try it like this today to see how it looks. This is almost dry, y'all. How are y'all doing on this Friday afternoon? Y'all, you're not going to believe this, but I just today finished our taxes for 2023. Now, we didn't owe money, so we don't have to pay a penalty, but I had to calculate all my mileage for all those shopping trips, and I was dreading it. I have all my receipts, and the receipts, thank goodness, all those little receipts have the store addresses on them. So I had to go through that pile of 12 months of receipts because I forgot to keep up with it throughout the year like I did in 2022. So that was a job, and I was dreading it, and I put it off far too long, but I finally got it done. And I got it sitting in there for my husband to do one final check, and then we're going to click send, and we'll get a nice little refund, I hope, if I didn't make any mistakes. Yep, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. That is cool, Michael. I'm streaming to Facebook and YouTube right now. This is only my second time doing it, though. I'm tempted to try to turn that screen, but I'm afraid it's gonna cut y'all off if I do. Or it might cut the top of my head off. I'm gonna try it, y'all. I'm gonna turn it. Let's see what it does. Did it work? Oh, it worked. Okay. Now the top of my head's cut off. But y'all can see better maybe with it like this. So here is our Scarecrow's face. And y'all, I just got this flesh colored paint from Amazon. Flesh colored paint. I think y'all could see me better. Can y'all still see the comments over to the side? That is better, Levon. Okay. All right. Well, if Doodles comes on here, y'all tell her y'all voted and you wanted it the long way because she wanted it up and down, and I was trying to accommodate her because she does help me a lot. All right, y'all. I'm going to try to draw some eyes on this thing, and I'm going to make them kind of small in the center because I'm afraid some of my burlap from the wreath is going to cover some of that up. I feel like my head, you can't see my face. I'm going to get down here. I'm going to squat. Okay, let's see. Let's draw some eyeballs. And I got a little picture over here I'm looking at. Try to give me some inspiration. And they're not going to be perfect, y'all. Y'all know that because I'm not a good painter or drawer. But we're going to give this a try. I'm just doing some kind of simple eyes. Simple eyes, just like that. Can you even see that pencil? It's kind of light on there. All right, then I'm going to do almost like a rainbow inside. I'm going to do the same shape a couple of times, okay? So it looks like a rainbow. See that? Looks like a little rainbow. Okay, so that's the main shape of the eyes. Now I'm going to do some little swirlies for eyelashes. Oh, I don't know about this, y'all. We're just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. I'm not doing as good as this picture over here, but I'm trying. This part's not the easy part for me, y'all. The wreath is the easy part. This part, y'all can probably do laps around me on this part. All right, now we're going to draw his little nose. Let's see. Got to make sure I'm kind of doing it straight. I don't know. I'm going to do a triangle because that'll be easy. A triangle will be easy. All right, and then I'm just going to do the little swirly line for the mouth. Okay, so there's my basic Scarecrow face. for lack of knowing how to do any better. Now I'm using these paint pens that I bought on Amazon, and I have added these to my Amazon storefront, and y'all, I'm really liking these. They recommend you store them laying down. Okay, so I've got them laying over here, and you just have to prime them. I tried to use them on another live, and I didn't have them primed. And to prime them, you take the lid off, and then take the lid here and turn it upside down, and you just kind of press down on the wick of this pen 3 or 4 times. Okay, put the lid back on, shake it, and then you turn it upside down, or the way you would write, and press it until you see the ink start writing. So that's how you prime these pens. The first time I primed them, I had to mash, I don't know, 10 times or so before the ink came down into the point. Hey, Doodles. I tried doing the up and down thing, sister, and it was teeny tiny through StreamYard. I tried, I promise. Y'all, everybody in the chat, tell her I tried. So you could see the comments, and they could see the comments, but they said I was teeny tiny. So, well, thank you, Levon. So I'm drawing now. I'm just going to go over with my paint pen where I drew the face on. I did try doodle, I promise. Okay. Just gonna draw this on here. And then I'm gonna color in some of it. I'm just gonna outline it first. Okay. And these little eyelashes. I don't know if this looks like a scarecrow. I think it looks more like a clown face, y'all. You can't draw it all, Amy. Thank you, Doodles. You're so sweet, honey. I got to figure out this StreamYard stuff. All right. Let's just get this black part all drawn in. Okay, and I think under the eyes is black too. And then the little nose. The nose, I'm going to outline it in black. I might regret doing that. I probably should have colored it in first with orange, but we'll see. I might regret that, y'all. I might regret it. And I can go back in here after this dries and erase any pencil that's showing. Okay, so there's the main part of the face. Okay, now I'm going to take my orange one. Just got an orange color. And I already primed it. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to work. I'm going to color in his nose orange. I'm hoping that black's not going to bleed. It's not. It's not bleeding. That's good. So I'm using paint pens, y'all, because it's fast. You can get it painted, quickly, faster than a paintbrush. Now, it said these are not supposed to bleed, but they're bleeding a little bit on this wood, y'all. I thought painting it first would prevent it from bleeding into the wood itself. And I'll hold it up and show you what I mean here in a second. Like on the side of this eyeball. I don't know if it's so much bleeding or that my paint pen, you see on the side of the eye there in the middle, those two little lines, I don't know if it kind of hit a bump and kind of squirted some black right there or what, but it's got a little bit of bleeding in here. All right, now I'm going to do blue. First I want to do the inside of the eyes black, this part. I think that might be what's happening, y'all. I'm hitting the rough spot on the wood, and I think it's kind of splattering the black paint is what's happening, because it just did it again. This is a rough piece of wood. So if you have a smooth piece of wood, that probably won't happen. This wood brand came from Hobby Lobby, and it came in a package of, I think, 5 in one package in the wood, their wood section. So there's that part. Now I'm going to color the next ring of this rainbow eye part blue. So he's going to have blue eyes. I always wanted blue eyes growing up. I've got hazel eyes, and I thought blue eyes were prettier. I don't know why, I just did. I guess because I didn't have them, right? We want what we don't have sometimes. But growing up, I always wished I had blue eyes. But I have learned to love my hazel eyes, and now our baby granddaughter has hazel eyes, so I'm tickled. So there's that. Y'all think that looks good? Or does it look like a clown? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. The jury's out on this face. Next time I might just print a Scarecrow face on my computer and Mod Podge it on here, y'all. Because I'm not real good at this part. I'm not real good at this. But I do like these pens. Boy, they're nice and bright. And the orange covered up that peach color, looks like with one coat. So I do love that. Okay, so there's his little face. And now, you know how they have those little hash marks that makes it look like stitching? He could pass for a snowman too. Yes, he could, Doodle. He could. Maybe when I add the hash marks, that'll make him look more like a scarecrow. But he sure could, sister. You are right about that. All right, let's see. I'm just randomly adding some little hash marks. There. And I'm going to put some of them on his mouth, too. I'm going to come down here so I don't go over, or put my arm over that nose and smear it. Okay. I think he's looking a little bit more like a scarecrow. And once we get him inside the wreath, I think it's going to help. Okay, so here's our little scarecrow face. I think one more thing we could do, y'all. Let me turn on my hot glue tool over here. Where's my ribbon? I was about to say, don't you dare tell me that gremlin hid my ribbon. I got some plaid ribbon, y'all. And I'm not making no bow today with this. We're just going to cut a piece of ribbon off. We're going to cut the sides where the wire's off. And I'm going to try to shred it a little bit just by pulling out some of these threads. See how easy that is to do, y'all? Look how cool that looks. We're going to make a little patch. We're going to put a little patch on his face. Look how quick and easy that is to do with this ribbon. So there's a little trick. If you want to make little plaid patches, get you some plaid ribbon, cut all the wire off and just pull the threads out. And I think if we kind of put that on his face like that, I think that'll help make him look more like a scarecrow too. I'm going to set this aside because my glue tool is not heated up yet. And we're going to get our Dollar Tree wreath frame. Okay. And y'all, you may have seen me do a ruffled burlap wreath before. That's what I'm going to use for the base. I'm going to get a couple zip ties, just 8-inch zip ties. These are Dollar Tree ones. So I'm going to cut this burlap. This is 30. I bought this at Michael's, but they sell it at Walmart too. In the crafting section, this natural burlap, it's 30 feet. And let's see how, it's probably 5, but let's look at it. 5 inches in width. Looks like they got a piece of twine tied on here. I can get my drill out of the way now. We just drilled the holes in the wood round to be able to attach it to the wreath later. Okay, y'all, this is so easy. Easiest wreath base I know to make, okay? So easy. You're going to take this roll, and it's folded over on the end like that. I'm just going to leave it folded over. I'm going to try to cut over to maybe about 1 inch, and I'm going to try to cut just up this row of squares to kind of even this off a little bit. All right, and we're just going to leave it like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take it and we're going to fold it up like that. Okay. Now, a wreath frame has 4 bars. We're going to call the one in the middle bar 1, bar 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to come to bar 2, which is the second one from the middle. I'm going to lay my wreath form right side up, and I want to come to where there's a crossbar. Okay, these are called crossbars. I'm going to go underneath that second bar. We got this little taco shape right here. We want to bring it up and over that second bar. Can y'all see that? Just going to bring that up and over that second bar. Try to fold it to where your edges are even. And then you're going to just take your zip tie and come over here on this end, however you can get it around in through the burlap, both sides of the burlap, and then just go over the crossbar to secure it down. Okay? We're only going to use 2 zip ties on this wreath. Oops. I want to use my good scissors to cut that. I like to use these diagonal cutters, y'all. These crescent diagonal cutters I got from Home Depot. They're around $20. These are 8-inch. I've had them for 2 years. They're just as sharp as when I got them. Just go to homedepot.com and you can order them from Home Depot. I think I do have them in my Amazon storefront, but sometimes they're cheaper on Home Depot, y'all. Okay, so now we got this folded over that second bar. All we're going to do, guys, is we're going to leave this roll with the roll up like this. We're going to leave it over here, and we're going to come over here to where the next crossbar is and just start pulling this burlap onto this wreath frame. And that's all you do, y'all, to load this wreath. You just start here where the crossbar is and just pull. And then you get those 2 edges back together again right here by the crossbar and pull. You pull about 8 times in each section, okay? That's, I think, 4, 5, 6, 7. And each time you're pulling a little bit less because you're getting closer. But look how pretty, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And see how fast this is? Okay, now we're to the crossbar. So we're going to take the edges of this burlap again. We're going to jump over the crossbar on the back. You just jump over it. And you're going to pull those two edges right back up over that second crossbar in this next section. Okay, still got this burlap just sitting over here. Get your ends even. That's the hardest part, guys, is just getting those ends to where they're kind of like a taco, same on each side, and then just pull. 1, bring it back up through there by the crossbar. 2, 3, 4, might be only 7 I pull it. 5, 6, 7, I guess I'll pull it 8. Okay, then you just kind of fluff it. So there's 2 sections done. Hey Terry, I'm so glad you're learning something new. Hey Jamie, hey Lindell, hey Tamara and John. Hello y'all. Y'all, this really is the easiest wreath base. The hardest part is just making sure that you have your 2 edges of the folded burlap even. And then you just start pulling. And I get those 2 edges back up. Oh, you're straddling over that second bar from the bottom up, and then you pull it, and these are less than $5 at Walmart, these rolls, okay? And you don't really have to count. I mean, you can, but you'll know when the burlap is starting to get close to the edge, you'll know it's time to stop pulling it over. Okay, you don't have to make it. I'm going to pull it a couple more times. I don't think I pulled it quite 8. You can tell by looking. You want to make sure, okay, you don't want it to be like this where that bar's going to show. If that bar's showing like that, you need to pull it a little bit more. Okay, because once you kind of scoot this over, once it's over enough, you pull it another time. Once it's over enough, you're not going to see that bar, the second bar in between. And you can also take the burlap and just kind of stagger it like that. But see how pretty this is, guys? It's turning out so pretty. All right, we're going to go over that second. We're hopping over that crossbar again. And all you do, you don't have to turn it upside down. You're just going to pull your 2 edges of this burlap back up through here again, and then get your edges even over to the crossbar, and then just start pulling. Okay, that's all you do. Come over here, pull, bring it back over here, pull, 3. It's just staying on by scrunching it on there. You get it tight enough to where it's not going to come off. It's not going to come off unless you pull it out. You physically pull it out. Just scrunching it. You put 1 zip tie in to start it. And then it's going to stay. It's going to stay on there, y'all. You got comments, Doodles? Wonderful, sister. You'll have to tell me how you did it, sister. Okay, going back over the second bar again, guys. Just hopping over the crossbar on the bottom. And we're almost done with the middle ring already. Now, when you get to the outer ring, you might find you can only do 7 or 6 pulls. It's going to be tighter because you've already got this middle part done. Okay, and I'm just getting it even. You want to get your edges even because that's what makes it a pretty ruffle, is by making sure your edges right here before you pull are even. Okay, 4, 5, 6, and this is the first time I've ever used the Michaels burlap, and it's a little bit stiffer feeling than the Walmart burlap, which it's not a bad thing. It feels a little different to me than the one I used from Walmart. And it's also in the natural ones are 30 feet rolls too. So thank you for sprinkling. And I love it that y'all are saying hey to each other. Okay, we're on our last section of this middle ring. I don't know if we're going to have enough, y'all. I've got another roll over here just in case. I think we will though. 4. Okay. 5. 6. 7. I think that one's full enough. Okay. So now we're finished with all the inner stuff. Before we go to the next one, what I like to do, wherever we hop the crossbar, I like to come in here and just poke those poofs because it's kind of sticking up. Just poke them down. See how, like that one right there. See how it's kind of loose back here? All you have to do on either side of the crossbar is just push with your fingers. Just poke it. Poke it down over that second crossbar and pull it down just to kind of clean up the back of it a little bit. And it will help make your burlap more secure too by doing that over those crossbars. Y'all know I like to have the back of my wreath look good too, and I want it to lay against the door, you know, nice and flat. And if those things are sticking out an inch or so, it's going to be cattywampus on the door. All right, now we're going to hop to the third bar. Okay, you don't want to go to the outside bar because you won't have anything over here to support the burlap. You want the burlap to be between 2 bars. So that's why we do this on the second and the third bar. So now we're going to continue and we're going to hop from the second bar over here to the third bar. We want to keep going in the same direction. So let me see. Okay, this is where we were coming from. So now I'm going to be hopping over here to the third bar. So just get your burlap. Got to make sure I'm not turning it over the wrong way. Okay. This is the correct way once I get this turned back over. All right, so you're going to take these 2 edges and just go down over the third crossbar. And we're going to do the same thing we just did on the second. Okay, so we're pulling up those 2 edges right here. And you're going to come over here where the other crossbar is and pull your burlap up to where those 2 edges are even, just like that. And then you're just going to lay it down and start pulling just like we did on the outer ring. Okay, and like I said, on the inner ring, on the outer ring, you're probably only going to need to pull it like 6 times. That's 2. Just get your edges even. 3. And it's dragging a little bit against the stuff right here. So just know the outer one is a little bit harder to pull just because of the one it's kind of dragging against over here. And y'all, I think that's good enough. And that was only like 5 pulls. But see how pretty and full that looks? Isn't that pretty? This is going to be the Scarecrow's hair, y'all. This is going to be our Scarecrow's hair. And we're going to put that round circle in the middle of this wreath. Okay, so I'm getting my edges up. Hey, Susie, how are you? Hey, Carol Ann, how are you doing, y'all? I must have turned it around at some point, y'all. Did I just do it then? I must have, because I had this roll upside down before. I'm going with it, though, because it's working. I must have flipped it at some point. I did at some point. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Okay, y'all. That's 3. We're just pulling it. If you missed the very beginning, go back and watch. 4, 5. Okay, I think that looks good. And we'll go back on the back, just like we did on the inner ring. And we're going to stick those poofy parts through to the front like we did on the middle ring. Okay, so I'm coming over here to my third outer section, y'all. And there's only 6 sections. There's only 6 sections. So it goes pretty fast, especially when you're not, you know, stopping and explaining stuff. 3. Maybe that was 2. I think that was 2. This is 3. 4, 5. I think we're going to have enough, y'all. Coming over to section 4. We've only got 3 more to go. 3 more to go. Hey, Lisa. Sure, you can. You can do it on any size wreath frame, honey. I'm just not sure. Depending on how big or small your wreath frame is, you may need to pull it more or less times. But yes, I've done this on larger and smaller wreath frames. You sure could. You could do it with the 8-inch. I think I might even have one over here. I'm not sure where they are. These. You could even do it on these, y'all. The 8-inch ones from Dollar Tree. You could make a small one and then get a small circle to do the face. You sure could. You sure could. He probably would just look like he has a little bit longer hair on a smaller one, you know, but I think it would be cute. All right, let's see. I only got two more sections to go. I'm going to make this be enough. I'm going to make this be enough. We're going to divide it up between these sections. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think we're going to have plenty here, y'all. We are going to have plenty. Turn it back over. Okay, we're going on to the second to the last section. Hopping over that crossbar, just lining up those edges. And I line up the edges all the way over to the next crossbar. Okay. But yeah, that would be cute. That'd be cute to put like on an ALF door, assisted living facility doors, or a college dorm room door where they, you know, may not have as big of a door, like an outside exterior door, to put a smaller wreath, or you could put them on your cabinets in your kitchen, or hang them on a wall inside your house. I mean, these are adorable. I would not want to hang this type of wreath, though, like if it's going to be exposed to rain, because the burlap, I don't know, it probably would mold if it got wet. But if you have like a cover over your front door, I put these on my front door all the time, and I just have a little portico. I don't really have a porch. I just have a small section with an overhang out there, and I put burlap wreaths on my door in the fall all the time, and they're fine. The burlap will fade a little bit if it's exposed to sun a lot. We're in our last section, y'all, so I'm just going to pull this until we run out of burlap. We just got a little bit more. Okay, now on the end, I'm going to cut this straight like we did, and it's got a place where it's folded, so I'm going to cut it, and I like to cut right down the squares because there'll be less fray if you cut right down the squares. And then just kind of let it fold over. I'm not even going to hot glue it, y'all. And let's just pull the rest of this burlap through. And then we are going to zip tie this last end. So we got 2 zip ties on this whole project, y'all, right now. Or we will when I get my second one on here. And you just keep pulling it till you get all the burlap through. And we are there. And now I want to take that end and make sure it's kind of folded over, and it is. So we're going to turn it over, and right here where we've just finished coming up with this burlap, we're going to take another zip tie and just go through the 2 pieces of burlap. I say 2 pieces, it's 1 piece, but it's folded over the bar. So you want to catch it on each side of that bar, and then just come right here where your crossbar is and secure it to that crossbar. Just so the burlap won't slide back and forth on your wreath. Okay. So we're going to cut that off. A little bit of fray there. All right, now we're going to go through and just poke these little poofy parts down into the wreath. They're not that bad, really. Just kind of poke them down, pull them down. You can also come over on this side and just kind of pull on either side of it. Rock it back and forth until you kind of get the burlap even. But really, it's easy just to take your fingers and stick it down through. You can get that one very good on the inner ring. Okay, guys, so that's what the back looks like. Now, here's the front. Isn't this pretty? Look at this, y'all. And what time is it? I mean, about 20 minutes. 20 minutes to do this, y'all. And I was talking and showing y'all how to do it. So it's one of the easiest wreath bases you can make. And you can make a wreath base like this and then just put a bow and ribbon on it, or put some ornaments on it, whatever you want to do. Decorate it with some wood pieces that you've painted. It's a very good basic wreath base to use for all different kinds of designs, and very inexpensive, y'all. $1.25 for the wreath frame and less than $5. It's like $4.67 at Walmart for a roll of burlap. Hey Sherry, how are you, sister? Welcome on in. Okay, so now we're going to take our little scarecrow face, and I've got those little holes. Let's get some pipe cleaners. I've got 2 black ones. So I think what I'm going to do is cut them in half, because we're not going to need that long of a piece of pipe cleaner. So I'm just going to cut those in half. We're going to turn this over. And I want to find the crossbars, because I cut the holes so that they would go, to these 4 crossbars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around my crossbars first. And then I'm going to twist it a time or 2. I'm doing it maybe a little backwards than what y'all would think I would do, but this is how I like to do this, y'all. It's easier on my fingers. It's easier to find the crossbars too before you get it attached down with the wood sign. Okay, one more. Right there. Just get it around that crossbar, and then your wood sign won't rock back and forth. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay it on here. I'm going to put 1 pipe cleaner through each hole. The one that's kind of on the inside through each hole. And that's one reason we drew space kind of small to the center of this wood round, because I knew some of that burlap was going to cover up part of this wood round right here. And see how I wasn't too concerned about the holes not being perfect? If they're a little bit jagged, it's okay, because the holes are going to be behind the burlap too. Okay, so now I've got the pipe cleaners like that, and I'm just going to twist. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and twist a good bit of this, and then I'm just going to tuck it right up underneath the edge of that sign, because it's not going to show. Hello, Joanne. How are y'all doing? Okay, I'm just going to tuck it so it won't scratch anybody's door. I'm just tucking it. But y'all, 30 minutes. If you wanted to stop right here, you don't have to do anything else to this if you don't want to. It's adorable. But we're going to do a little bit more to it. We're going to add just a little bit more to it. And you can use the wood rounds from Dollar Tree, guys. If the wood round is larger, just secure it further over on the cross tie. Okay, it can be as large as this biggest bar, the outer bar, number 4, and it'll sit maybe a little bit higher out if you bring it way all the way to the edge. But when you attach it to those crossbars, it doesn't really matter what size the wood round is, as long as it covers that inner part. let's look. Look how cute, y'all. Isn't he cute? Does it look like a scarecrow somewhat now, y'all? Somewhat. Okay, next we're going to add some ribbon ties and some raffia, okay? And I've got different colors of raffia, and I need y'all to vote. What I'm going to do is cut some 12-inch ties. I'm going to do 6 ribbons. So I'm just going to cut 6 of these 13 inches long first. Let me show y'all what my idea is. Okay. 3 more. Should have put this in my ribbon holder. Kind of fumbling with it. It's 4. Whoa. 5. 1 more. Okay. So now I got these, and we're going to take some more pipe cleaners. I only got white over here now, so we're going to use what we got, because I don't want to go all the way over to the other side of the room. These are not going to show anyway. All right, what you're going to do now is you're going to look around your wreath, and we already know, because you can kind of sort of see where it's attached. You want to come in here where the crossbar is, okay? And I'm going over that second crossbar, the one that's closest to the center, and I'm going to put a pipe cleaner across that crossbar. Just going to go under it, come out on this side, and pull it up like this. You can add these before you pull your burlap, but sometimes these will snag the burlap, so I find it's easier to do it this way. Okay, is that my crossbar? Yes. Right here, that's where we attached a zip tie. So I've got to work around that little zip tie. There we go. That was where I started or finished. I guess I started right there with 1. Okay. Just put these in here. Everywhere there's a crossbar, on that second one, we're going to put a pipe cleaner. Okay. Thank you, Carolyn. It's really not that hard, guys, to do this kind of wreath. Once you master the burlap, ruffled burlap base, and if you want to see a slowed down version of me doing the burlap base, you can go back. It's one of the very first YouTube videos I did over a year ago, was how to do a ruffled burlap base. And you can go back and watch that if you'd rather just watch that part, or you can come back and watch this one again, but it's the same technique. Got 2 more to go, guys. And now we can add some ribbon ties and some raffia in these little pipe cleaners and kind of dress him up a little bit. Okay. I may make a small bow to put in one of these corners, like on the side of his head. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how it looks after we get the ribbons. This is the first scarecrow I've ever made like this, y'all. The first one. I've seen them on Pinterest and different places. I've seen people do things like this and just have never tried this particular, putting a sign in it like this. Okay, so now what I want to know, guys, I'm going to do the ribbon ties, and I'm going to be, I think for these, I'm just going to cut them at an angle. I'm just going to cut these at an angle. I'm just going to go from one side to the other, just like that. Okay, nothing fancy. And then we're just going to find the middle. Just kind of scrunch up the middle, just like that. And then we're going to put it in here and twist it a time or 2. Now I was thinking it'd be cute too to put some raffia in here too. Do y'all think I need to add all the colors, or should I just add the natural? I've got natural, and I've got brown, orange, and yellow. So what do y'all think? What color? Tell me in the comments, what color or colors do you think we should put? You like the colors? Hey, Sue, how are you doing, honey? You like the colors, Carol Ann? Okay, which colors, honey? Just mix them up. This was from Hobby Lobby. This raffia with the colors. I got it last year after they put it on sale. Probably 70% off. I don't think I got it down to 90. It's the only pack they had, y'all. Let me get this water out of the way before I spill that on my carpet. All right, let's see. Here's some yellow. Open all these. How in the world I got this tied on here, y'all? Just gonna cut it. I ain't got no time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so we're just gonna take some of this. I'm gonna cut some. Let's get some of the other two colors. Let's see what y'all are saying. Orange, yellow, brown, fall colors. Okay, I think so too. I think that's a good call, y'all. Okay, so let's just get some of this color. And some of the brown. I think I hear JT downstairs. He's coming home from work. All right, so here's the browns. Let me just set this over here to the side. So I thought what I'd do, I don't know how it's gonna look curling like that, y'all. I think I'm just gonna cut it right there. I'm gonna put it over here in this tote because I don't want to waste it. I'm gonna put some of each color, I think, y'all. Let's just mix it up. Let's just get some of each color. Stick it in here. Let's get some of each color. Let's just stick it in here, and then we're going to kind of fluff it up. I wonder if I should put that below the ribbon. I wonder if I should put that below the ribbon, y'all. Let me do that. Let's put this down below it. And put this ribbon in here. Oh, I should have used a darker pipe cleaner because I'm afraid this is going to show. All right, I'm going to push that down. Let's see how this looks, y'all. Does it look like Fido's rear end? I don't know. I might need to cut the ribbon shorter. I think I need to cut the ribbon shorter. Some of this raffia just kind of all over the place. Okay, y'all, what do you think of that? Do y'all like it like that? The raffia. Do I need to put more raffia? Now that I've cut the pipe cleaner, do I need to put more raffia, y'all? I think I need to put more. I think I need more raffia. This is the first time I've done this, y'all, so show me some grace. Show me some grace. Ugh. I know y'all will. I'm just playing. All right, let's just get more in here. And I probably should have used a darker pipe cleaner. Hindsight's 20/20. I should have walked over there and got them. And I'll probably trade them out, y'all. Probably gonna trade them out. Yeah, I like more raffia better. I like more raffia. Y'all like that? Like that? Hey, Diana, honey, how are you? Thank y'all for joining me today. Okay, let's add more raffia this time. I'm gonna put some below the ribbon, some on top, and some orange. I like all these fall colors, y'all. They're pretty. Now let's get a ribbon. It's gonna be too long, but that's all right. We can cut it down. Scrunch it up the middle. Stick it in there, and then a little bit more raffia. More raffia. I think I put more this time, though. I think we're good on the raffia. So we're just gonna twist it. About 4 or 5 times. Cut off that little pipe cleaner, and then just fold that over. Stick it down in the wreath. And now we're just gonna fluff. Definitely gonna cut this off. Cut some of this raffia off. Those little pieces I'm not gonna save. Okay. Y'all, this is cute though. I think it's gonna be adorable. What do y'all think? Y'all liking this? It's different, that's for sure. Different than anything I've ever done. Whoop, that piece wasn't secure. Just kind of trimming it off. Got some loose stuff under here. Okay, let's go on to our next one. I like the raffia on a scarecrow. I think it looks good. 20 peeps. Thank y'all so much. Diana, I've missed you, sister. You been outside playing in your garden, honey? You been outside playing in your garden, picking those tomatoes and cucumbers? I need some more brown. I used up too much of my brown. Need some more brown. So yeah, y'all use a lot of raffia. Don't be skimpy like I did the first time. I'm just gonna stick it down in there and twist it. Add another piece or two right here on top. Twist it in here. I might just take a marker, y'all, and color these pipe cleaners a natural color. I might do that. I don't have any natural color pipe cleaners. I might do that. I think that will conceal them good enough. I'm just cutting these at an angle. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see if I got me a tan color or, you know what might work is one of these. Let's try it, y'all. Oh, it's working. That's what I'm going to do. That worked. That's what I'm going to do. This is just a gold metallic Sharpie marker, y'all. Thank you, Lavon. Yep, this is working, y'all, where I don't have to take the whole thing apart. Just to kind of conceal the, see how that, if you can see where I colored that. You can't really see it now, but you can see that white one that I didn't color yet. You can see it right here, can't you? Let's color it in and then see if we can see it. That really does cover it up. A bit of fuzz. And it's a permanent marker, so I think it'll be fine. What a difference. And that's a huge difference. You can't really see it now. So hey, that worked. Okay. Just spread out that raffia so it's not all up under the ribbon. We got 3 more to go, guys. 3 more to go. Right. 3. So let's get the ribbon. I don't think it's going to need a bow. I don't think it's going to need a bow. I think the ribbon tails with the raffia is going to be just what it needs to make it look more like a scarecrow. Just have fun with this, y'all. I want to see y'all try this. I want to see, put pictures up in my Tailored by Debbie crew photo album if you do this, because I want to see how you do yours. And y'all, they have ribbon at Dollar Tree. They've got their fall ribbon out in my stores, so you could just grab you a roll of that ribbon, and even if it's 2 or 2.5 inches wide, that would work too. You don't have to have the same exact kind of ribbon. They have lots of pretty ribbon out this year at the Dollar Tree. I just don't need any more ribbon, y'all. I don't have anywhere to store what I got. I don't want to say that too loud, because JT will hear me. JT will hear me. He was with me when I bought that Christmas ribbon. And he's like, do you really need all that ribbon? And I'm like, oh, honey, I need this ribbon. I didn't really need it, but I wanted it. I wanted it. I had FOMO. I had to have it. Us wreath makers, we gotta have all the pretty ribbon. Just gotta have it. Alright. And I finally did get me some polyacrylic. Lulu, if you watch the replay of this, I got me some polyacrylic, so I cannot wait to try that. See if I like it better than Mod Podge. I think I will. Okay, just twisty twist. Let's get my raffia getting tangled up in there. You just take that pipe cleaner and bend it over and push it down in between that burlap. Okay. Spread out your raffia. Cut the ribbons. At an angle. 2 more to go, y'all. 2 more. Thank y'all for watching today. I appreciate y'all being here. I apologize for my head being chopped off. While I figure out this angle thing with YouTube and StreamYard and Facebook and all the things. There's always a learning curve, y'all, when you try something new. And I'm trying to figure it all out so I can help my mentor group people know how to do it. And right now I'm struggling. I'm on the struggle bus right now, so I don't feel like I'm qualified to teach this part yet. But I'm learning. Sometimes you gotta trial and error until you figure it out. That's me. I'll fiddle around with something. If I don't know how to do it, I'll fiddle around with it until I figure it out. My parents are always doing something with their TV, and the TV subscription people are resetting, making them reset their password and log in again and stuff, and I have to go there and help them sometimes, and you just sit there and figure it out. I'm stubborn like that. I get that from my daddy. He was a computer hardware technician. That's back when computers were as big as the whole room, y'all. He worked for Eastman Kodak and traveled all over the country, going in there and fixing computers. He was the kind of person, he built our TV from a kit. He ordered a kit and built our TV. We have one of those TVs in a cabinet, back in the day when they were big as half the room, the big old TV cabinet. He built our TV. So he was very smart with all the technological stuff. So I guess I get that curiosity and want to know how to do stuff from him. You worked in the 70s when the room was all huge computers. Lindell, I remember those days. The youngins nowadays look at us like we're crazy when we tell them computers used to take up a whole room. Just the computer, you know? But they really did. They really did. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more to go. One more to go. I like this colored raffia. This colored raffia is fun. It's fun. I'm going to leave those little curls on that one. A little bit more brown. JT's probably wondering what in the world I'm talking about up here. Raffia. He doesn't know what all this stuff is. He's probably back there looking at the tax return. Because I told him I left it up down there for him to look at. So that's probably what he's doing. Checking to see if I made any mistakes. You know, we always double check it. Both of us. We sit down both and double check it individually to make sure we didn't miss anything, especially since I started doing my business stuff on it. Ooh, mercy. There's so much stuff you have to do. That's why it's taken me this long, y'all, to get it done. But I wanted to make sure I got all my deductions, you know, that I could. And that mileage helped. Getting all my mileage in there got us a little bit more back, you know, so it was worth it. You got to save all of your receipts and stuff, though, y'all, because if you ever have to prove it, you got to have all that stuff. So I got a folder that thick just with Tailored by Debbie documentation in it for my taxes last year. All right, let's trim this one just a little bit. And now I want to find that little patch I made. There's no telling where that little patch went. Y'all, I'm just going to make another one. I don't know where it went. I want to put a little patch on his face. I'm just going to make another one because it's buried somewhere in all this raffia I did. So just cut the wire edge off. And then I'm just pulling the strings, y'all. It comes out real easy. So the canvas type ribbon, it comes out real easy. These feels kind of like canvas. They're so easy to fray the edges on. Let's see. Turn him upside down. I think I'm going to glue it to his cheek. Kind of like a diamond shape. I'm going to glue that right there on his face. Just put a teeny bit of glue, y'all. Thin layer. Hopefully it's not going to come through. Ooh, it's hot. Stick that right there on his little face. So here he is. You can see his little patch I just put on. What do y'all think? Do y'all like it? Are y'all going to try it? You can start a store, Lindell. I feel like I can too up here, sister. I can't laugh because I feel like I can too. I need to have another Whatnot D-Stash sale. That's what I need to do next. Do y'all like it? I think he turned out cute. I think he turned out stinking adorable. So I want to see y'all try this. And when y'all do, please post your photos in the Tailored by Debbie crew sharing group. That's my photo sharing group. And or you can share it in the Dedicated Bee Circle group, which is mine and Doodle's group. And we allow photos and videos over in that group. We just don't allow videos in our individual groups, y'all, because it's so hard to police the groups with videos. And sometimes we've had some people put up some videos that you wouldn't want your mama or your child to see, you know, if you know what I mean. So we got 2 eyeballs on that one group. Denise and I are all the time in there monitoring to make sure that it stays family friendly, I suppose, is what I'm. Hey there, Stephanie. Hey, Doodles over there on YouTube. Look at you, sister. Thank y'all so much for joining me. And I would appreciate y'all sprinkling the love if you hadn't already so more people can see how to make this cute little guy. And until next time, y'all have a blessed rest of your day and a blessed weekend. It's Friday, y'all, and it's after quitting time almost. Almost time to hang up the hat for the weekend. And y'all, I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. I don't know what we're doing this weekend. I will go through and color in these other pipe cleaners since they're white and get a picture of this posted, okay? All right, y'all, that's all I got for today. So I'm going to go ahead and end my live, but thanks again for joining me. I love y'all. Be fearless. Be kind to everybody, okay? And remember, I love y'all, but Jesus loves you more, okay? Still storming? Oh, my word, honey. You be careful out there in that weather. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.